Hey there, and welcome to another episode of KathyLanham.com, where I attempt to help you become a more savvy side hustler with some shortcuts to success. And I do that because I believe that you have a God-given unique gift, voice, and talent that only you can bring to the world. And by doing that, you're going to bless not only your family, but the world. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about how you can make, develop, and become your brand. So I hope you'll grab a pen and a journal, maybe your favorite beverage, and hang in here with me. Alrighty, I am so glad and honored that you are here with us today. Thank you so very much for taking time out of your day to click yes on this little YouTube video, and I hope it will bring value and be a blessing to your life. And we're talking about today becoming your own brand. Now, unless you have your own brick and mortar, or unless you're developing something completely on your own, you're representing a company. Now, you might represent that company. You might be a consultant, a representative, a distributor, an ambassador, whatever the word is that's given to you for being a part of your company or that company. That is not who you are. That is your title. That looks pretty good on a business card, but that is not who you are. And today I'm going to invite you to choose to shine. How do you sparkle? What sets you apart? And that's what we're going to talk about. Now, most of the time when we say brand, what exactly comes to mind is going to be different depending on what you have had as your experiences and where you are in the world of branding. Your brand is a perception or an emotion maintained by somebody other than yourself on what it's like to have a relationship with you, to do business with you. I mean, everybody has a brand, whether we realize it or not, and it's a reflection of who you are and your values and how you do what you do. What do you bring to the table? But it's not just a marketing campaign. It's not an advertising logo or a marketing logo advertising campaign. It's not branding in that sense, although that can be part of it. It's not just your colors, but it's who you are. And it's the relationship that you want to offer to your customers, your clients, your folks that are coming alongside you to do business. Because when you are offering yourself, you're developing a relationship. And if you're only in the relationship to here's my product and I want you to buy, here's what I offer, I want you to give me money, then that doesn't work very well. But how is it that you treat people? How is it that your values come across in what you're offering to the world? Because I believe that is a very important part. And your values can be by word, and you say you believe this, but then in action, if you do it a different way, then that communicates something entirely different. There's that old adage, people don't remember what you talked about, but they do remember how you made them feel. That's what I'm talking about. What's your brand? How do you make people feel? What do you bring to the relationship? I know when I was helping folks as a wedding planner years ago, it's an old adage that we use is people aren't going to remember the flowers or the color of your dresses. They're going to remember mishaps, and they're going to remember the food. So make sure if you're getting married, that's something that you keep in there. So our brand definition is it's the relationship that you have with your customer, client, person that you service, however that works. People buy from those that they know, like, and trust. So if we just look at those three parts that they know, like, and trust, then how are you communicating that? How are you enforcing that? So we're going to go over a couple of things on how you can differentiate yourself from everybody else in the field that's doing what you do, and how you are not your company. You're not your company's brand. You represent that brand, and how you bring it to the table. That depends on what your unique gifts and talents are. And that's what I'm all about, is helping you bring your unique voice, your gifts and talents to the table, so that although you may be selling the same thing, or you have the same product, or you have a same or similar service that others have, yours is going to be a bit different. And that is point one. What activities are you going to do consistently? Now, when we talk about a consistency in your brand, that means, are you reliable? Are you showing up on time? I used to work for a company where we would have these all-night adventures. You could come out and we would do, 6 to midnight. We called it Crop Till You Drop, and it was one of those things that people were invested in. And it was the third Thursday of the month or the second Friday, whatever we had the date was, and people counted on us to be there, to be on time, to set up their tables, to provide it, to have comfortable seating, to have food, and we were going to have fun and door prizes. There were some things that folks could count on me to do consistently. And I did mine differently than how my friend down the street did hers. Some people preferred her way of doing things, others preferred mine. So what is it that you will do consistently? How will you speak to, reach out, call, talk to your client? Will you send an email? Is it a social media post? Do you have a group, a social media posting? Do you have a group that you're going to do? So that's what are you going to do consistently. And then what can you do to shake things up a bit? What can you do as a surprise? If you are a fitness expert, can you maybe send them a recipe in the mail? Can you do a video blog showing how to make a difficult dish? Can you do a different twist on the shake that your company offers? If you are photo storage, can you offer photo tips, not just here's how you upload your photos? So whatever it is that you can do, think of what can you do to maybe make it a surprise. Now, my daughter orders vinyl. I'm going to give you a couple of examples as we go through, but my daughter discovered this supplier of vinyl for her. She has a machine that she cuts things out. I'm trying to be kind of, what's the word? It's not politically correct, but I don't want to get in trouble for using someone's logo. But if you've come in contact with this particular gentleman, you're going to know what I'm talking about. So she buys her vinyl that she cuts on her machine to make t-shirts and such from a gentleman that she discovered probably on Amazon. But what he does is he does a little handwritten note and he says, "Thank you so much for buying my vinyl and supporting my family, my small business, which in turn supports my family." And then he puts in 3 or 4 Smarties. Now, Smarties are no big deal. He probably chose those because they're the cheapest candy in the world. But that he puts a handful in every order, no matter how small, that's pretty special. That's a little surprise that she did not expect the first time it happened. But now she looks forward to it. And she orders from him specifically because his prices are good, his quality is great, but it's his customer service and that little surprise. So be thinking about what is it that you can do like that. What can you offer that's a little bit more than anybody else in your company? And then how can you pitch? Or how can you do something when we're talking about do something different, not just offering a surprise, but let's take a current ad campaign that is happening within your company, okay? In one of my side hustle, we have an incredible leader who takes whatever the idea is that's coming down the pike and boom, she will generate 15 different things and put them out there and share them for the whole field that we can take, copy, make our own, and create something. But so let's say that your company, that you're in weight loss, and your company has a challenge, a weight loss challenge. What can you do to make your challenge something that your clients and maybe those people that have been watching you will want to do? Maybe it's a special group where you're going to provide support and training. Maybe it's, again, recipes or a video blog that they can do. Maybe it is sending them all fun little stickers in the mail, a handwritten note that says, I believe in you, and you're going to send them a little bikini sticker. I don't know. What can you do to mix that up and make it different? Could you set up a bring a friend challenge where if they bring a friend, you're actually going to waive a fee if you had a fee, or maybe you're going to charge a fee and then you're going to waive it if they bring a friend in with them. Maybe it's a Biggest Loser where X number of pounds or percentage of weight equals a gift. I don't know. That's for you to figure out. But those are the types of things that you are not you don't have to do it. You're not the company. You don't have to do it in just this manner. As long as it doesn't break any rules or restrictions that's being brought forth, then it should be game on. And now, if you aren't working for a company, but you are your own company, if you're offering a service or you're offering a good or a session or an online training, What can you bring? What about your voice is unique that you can bring that's a little bit different? Could you set up an automated campaign where they're going to get emails daily or weekly? Or how about a notification system on your phone where you're going to actually pick up the phone and call? That would, of course, work for the weight loss as well. Or if it's oils, when you're putting things together and making sure that the campaign that they all know about a sale that would interest them. You keep a log of your customers so you know, oh, this person's child has asthma. So anytime X, Y, and Z oil are on sale or come in a bundle, I need to make sure I'm picking up my phone and calling them. If you are in the beauty industry or anti-aging, could you do video tutorials? Could you do Facebook Lives that show maybe in your secret group, private group, special group, your insiders, your loyal lead, whatever it is that you're going to name your group? Can you offer them a value that other people in your company or other people around you that are doing a similar industry do not offer? And then third, how can you deepen and develop your relationship? Because at the end of the day, it's about the relationship. People buy from those they know. So how can they get to know you? Like, what can you do in your relationship to encourage the like factor? I'm going to say if you show up, if you provide surprises, if you do things that are unexpected, that's going to help with that. And then trust. How can you build trust? Now, I'm going to address this for just a second. Because I've talked several times about, the cuteness of being a hot mess. Well, being a hot mess, if you're in business, do you really want that to be your brand? Is that what you're going to bank on? Because if it is, woo, hot mess away, you go. But I would say that if you're a hot mess once or occasionally, that's forgiven. But when that becomes your brand and that becomes your pattern, then people can't really trust you. So, you say you're going to do something and then you don't show up and you don't do that. I want to give you an example of a company in the mall that I'm shopping with now, or I've always shopped with them. I used to be a huge fan and then I just stopped. Children life, no disposable income. But I have one brand and I'm not repping any brand, and they're certainly not paying me, so therefore I'm not giving you their names, but you'll probably recognize. So this is a bracelet, a series of bracelets. So this is my travel bracelet, things I earn, places that we go, and then this is my special events bracelet. So just things that happen. And each of these cost me, $40 to $80 a bead. Yeah, like I said, I've got a little bit more disposable income. Or if I get invited to speak somewhere and I go and I travel and it's a different place, I'll purchase the bead because it goes on these bracelets. But I just recently had the opportunity to bless my leaders in my company because they had earned a fairly significant milestone. That was cost prohibitive, couldn't do it. So I was looking for alternatives. So I went to this store and I was delightfully pleased because my experience with this company has been, I have several retired beads on here, and I have been accused that I have the wrong type of beads on my bracelet, and so they can't help me. And so then I get in a verbal sparring match going, no, excuse me, these are all authentic. I know the rules. I know I would be voiding my contract or whatever with you. These are all there. No, they're not. And so the gal actually was arguing with me. And that happened not once, but twice. So fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I was just like, you know what? I'm kind of done. Hello, I'm giving you my money and you're going to argue with me that I gave you my money in the past. So there was that. That was that experience. So how did it make me feel? Obviously, you can hear the anger in my voice as I'm getting ramped up and telling you about the story. Enter store B. So I go into the store, and immediately upon entering the store, after I've been there a minute, their company model is, they have very high-end, very nice quality things, but they have also a range of things. So anybody can go in and shop. And most of their sales start with and they're great because they tell you the price that you have to spend. It's very clear, and they give you that urgency today. Spend $100 in the store today, and you will receive XYZ. And so I can't tell you the number of times my friends have bought that hook, line, and sinker. They only went in to spend $25, but if they spent $100, they would get this bag that they didn't need. But anyway, So you go in and you're offered, would you like to have a water or a cookie or both? Everybody gets that. No respecter of persons. Everybody gets offered that if you're shopping in there for more than a minute. And then the other thing that every person gets, and I have now made it my study, I go in there just to see if this will happen. And of course, it may depend on your employee, but if they're properly trained, everybody's going to get a compliment on, I love those earrings. That's a cute necklace. Oh, I love that purse. Those boots are great. Now, is that genuine? I don't know, but they always make it sound very genuine. So they look for something they can compliment every person that comes in that store. Do you have to buy anything to get the compliment? Absolutely not. It's happening right after you get offered a water bottle and a cookie. So there you go. I've been offered a water bottle. It's free at no charge to me. Now I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm feeling valued. I'm feeling honored. Then I make a purchase. So my purchase comes, and it depends on the season, but you get it in this cute little bag, okay? So my little purchase is put into a bag, and you would think that that is it, right? Oh, no, no, no. So we have this, and of course, if you know the brands, you're going to be laughing because I know what kind of bracelet that is. But then my little baggie here is put inside a gift bag, complete with tissue paper. Okay, spare no expense. It was a $13 charm. Okay, well, I did buy bracelets in the whole 9 yards, but it's all niftily. And then they also say, as they've asked me what I was buying these identical bracelets for and how many did I need, and did I need a charm, and could I need two, and they're finding out that I am rewarding team members. So then she says, would you like for me to wrap these separately so that you can mail them? Why, yes, I would. Thank you very much. They didn't have, darn the luck, they didn't have one of the charms I needed. Very quickly, the lady offers to order me said charm, and I get it in the mail, figuring, it's going to come in the mail. It comes in a padded decorative envelope. It was about like this. I threw it away. But imagine my surprise on the inside and my utter delight, because I knew I was going to be doing this. I get a branded package just like this, and I'm going to open it for you. But it says, hello, Kathy. Now, do I know that is an automated system? Absolutely, I know it's an automated system, but it's my name, and it makes me feel special. I didn't ask for this, had no idea. So it's cute, it's colorful, and look at this bow. I couldn't tie a flipping bow like this if I wanted to. This is awesomeness. Okay, so it says, thank you so much. As I take it off, thank you for shopping with us. We're here at this store. We're all about heart. It's Brighton. Here at Brighton, we're all about heart because we know no one can never have or give too much love. See how they're conveying their values? They're being generous with it. We know no one can have or give too much love. And then there's a little happy face. We sure hope this darling delivery makes your heart beat with delight. We're truly thankful to be fashionably yours forever. Thanks again, and visit us soon. Looks good, Jocelyn. And then there's my little card. And then here's my receipt. Ta-da, wrapped in tissue paper. Now I'm telling you, this was a very small purchase for them. It was not the $500 purse, which I really did want. It was on sale. But ta-da, there's my little charm. So now I will add this charm to my bracelet, because guess where my bracelet charms will be coming from now on. Not the store that was rude and wants to debate if I actually bought the charm there, but the company that says, you know what, we value you and we want you to have a great afternoon. So anyway, I have 2 calls to action. For you, make a list of your strengths today. And if you have no idea what it is that your strengths are, I have another video that I can reference. You can reference for that, and you can learn all about how to do that. But what do you bring to the table? What makes you different? Where is your voice unique? And then my second thing is this week, I want you to design or craft one way you can bring your product, your service, your sale, whatever you've got going on, because I know many of you are doing some online things. But what can you bring, what can you craft to bring to your people this week? Okay, very simple. What are your strengths? How are you going to show your values and how you treat people? And then what can you craft, design, or bring to the table that you can implement this week? Now, I hope you'll put your comments down below, but I would love it if you found value and have learned something today. Give us a thumbs up or subscribe to our channel. And if you've learned something valuable, share it with a friend. Don't be stingy. Share the love. And as always, if you're going to go out and try to bless others, you're going to be blessed yourself. So have a great day.